The Transfiguration, Mark 9, 1:13, Luke 9, 28, 36, 2 Peter 1, 16, 21, 1. And after 6 days, Jesus takes Peter, James, and John, his brother, and brings them up into a high mountain apart. 2. And he was transformed before them, and his face shone as the sun, and his garments were white as the light. 3. And behold, Moses and Elias were seen to them, conversing with him. 4. And Peter, having answered, said to Jesus, Lord, it is good for us to be here. Let us make here 3 tents, one for thee, and one for Moses, and one for Elias. 5. He yet speaking, behold, a shining cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud, saying, This is my dearly beloved Son, in whom I was contented. Hear ye him. 6. And the disciples, having heard, fell upon their face, and were greatly afraid. 7. And Jesus, having come, touched them, and said, Be raised, and be not afraid. 8. And having lifted up their eyes, they saw no one but Jesus alone. 9. And they, coming down from the mountain, Jesus charged them, saying, Tell the sight to none, even till the Son of Man rises from the dead. 10. And his disciples asked him, saying, Why then say the scribes that Elias must first come? 11. And Jesus, having answered, said to them, Elias truly comes first, and will reestablish all things. 12. And I say to you that Elias has already come, and they knew him not, but did by him whatever they would. So also the Son of Man is about to suffer by them. 13. Then understood the disciples that he told them of John the Baptist. The boy with a demon, Mark 9:14-29, Luke 9:37-42. 14. And they having come to the crowd, there came to him a man, supplicating on his knees to him, and saying, 15, Lord, pity my son, for he is a lunatic and suffers badly. For many times he falls into the fire, and many times into the water. 16. And I brought him to thy disciples, and they could not cure him. 17. And Jesus, having answered, said, O faithless and perverted generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I endure you? Bring him here to me. 18. And Jesus censured him, and the demon went forth out of him, and the child was cured from that hour. The power of faith, Luke 17:5-10, 19. Then the disciples, having come to Jesus apart, said, Why could not we cast it out? 20. And Jesus said to them, For your unbelief. For truly I say to you, if ye have faith as a kernel of mustard, ye shall say to this mount, Go away from thence, and it shall go away, and nothing shall be impossible to you. 21. But this kind goes not forth but by prayer and fasting. The second prediction of the Passion, Mark 9:30-32, Luke 9:43-45. 22. And they having returned into Galilee, Jesus said to them, The Son of Man is about to be delivered into the hands of men. 23. And they shall kill him, and the third day he shall be raised. And they were greatly grieved. The temple tax. 24. And they having come to Capernaum, they taking double drachmas came to Peter and said, Does not your teacher pay double drachmas? 25, he says, Yes. And when he came into the house, Jesus anticipated him, saying, What seems to thee, Simon? From whom do the kings of the earth take taxes or census? From their sons or from strangers? 26, Peter says to him, From strangers. Jesus said to him, Then are the children free. 27. But that we should not scandalize them, having gone to the sea, cast a fish hook, and lift up the fish coming up first, and having opened its mouth, thou shalt find a gold coin. Having taken that, give to them for me and thee. The greatest in the kingdom, Mark 9:33-41, Luke 9:46-50. 1. In that hour came the disciples to Jesus, saying, Who is the greater in the kingdom of the heavens? 2. And Jesus, having called a young child, set it in the midst of them. 3. And said, Truly I say to you, except ye be turned and become as young children, ye should not come into the kingdom of the heavens. 4. Whoever therefore should be humbled as this young child, the same is the greater in the kingdom of the heavens. 5. And whoever shall receive such a young child in my name receives me. Temptations and trespasses, Mark 9:42-48, Luke 17:1-4, And whoever should offend one of these little ones believing in me, it is profitable for him that the millstone of an ass be hung upon his neck, and he be sunk in the midst of the sea. 7 Woe to the world for offenses, for there is necessity for offenses to come. But woe to that man by whom the offense comes. 8 And if thy hand or thy foot give thee cause of offense, cut them off and cast from thee. It is good for thee to come into life lame or maimed, than having 2 hands or 2 feet to be cast into eternal fire. 9 And if thine eye give thee cause of offense, take it out and east from thee. It is good for thee, one-eyed, to enter into life, than having 2 eyes to be cast into a hell of fire. The parable of the lost sheep, Luke 15:1-7. See that ye despise not one of these little ones. For I say to you, that their messengers in the heavens always behold the face of my Father which is in the heavens. 11 For the Son of Man has come to save the lost. 12 What does it seem to you? If there be to any man 100 sheep, and one of them have been led astray, does he not, having left the 99 upon the mountains, having gone, seek the one led astray? 13 And if it be found, truly I say to you, he rejoices more over it, than over the 99 not led astray. 14 So is not the will of your Father, he in the heavens, that one of these little ones be lost. A brother who sins, Deuteronomy 19:15-21. 15 And if thy brother sin against thee, retire, and refute him between thee and him alone. If he hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. 16 But if he hear thee not, take with thee yet 1 or 2, that at the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word might stand. 17 And if he refuse hearing them, speak to the church. And if he refuse hearing the church, let him be to thee as of the nations and a publican. 18 Truly I say to you, whatever things ye should bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever things ye should loose upon earth shall be loosed in heaven. Ask in my name, John 16:23-33. 19 Again I say to you, that if 2 of you agree in opinion for everything which they ask, it shall be to them of my Father, he in the heavens. 20 For where 2 or 3 are assembled in my name, there am I in the midst of them. The unforgiving servant, Romans 12:14-21. 21 Then Peter, having come to him, said, Lord, how often shall my brother sin against me, and I let him go? Till 7 times? 22 And Jesus says to him, I say not to thee, till 7 times, but till 70 times 7. 23 Therefore the kingdom of the heavens was likened to a man, the king, who wished to lift up the word together with his servants. 24 And he having begun to settle accounts, one was brought him, a debtor of 10,000 talents. 25 And he not having to give back, his lord ordered him to be sold, and his wife and his children, and all which he had also to be given back. 26 Then the servant, having fallen, worshipped him, saying, Lord, be slow to anger towards me, and I will give back all to thee. 27 And the lord of that servant, having felt compassion, loosed him, and let go to him the money lent. 28 But that servant, having come, found one of his fellow servants who owed him 100 drachmas, and having seized, he choked him, saying, Give back to me what thou owest. 29 Then his fellow servant, having fallen at his feet, besought him, saying, Be slow to anger towards me, and I will give back all to thee. 30 And he would not. But having departed, he cast him into prison till he should give back, that being owed. 31 And his fellow servants, having seen the thing done, were greatly grieved, and having come, made known to their lord all things done. 32 Then his lord, having called him, said unto him, O thou evil servant, I let go to you all that debt, since thou besoughtest me. 33 Oughtest thou not also to pity thy fellow servant, as I also pitied thee? 34 And his lord, having become angry, delivered him to the torturers, even till he should give back all being owed to him. 35 So also will my heavenly Father do to you, if ye let not go each to his brother from your hearts their falls.